Because if you don't express who you really are, even if you're not aware of it, it has to implode and it has to have negative impact. So maybe we can get away with it for a while, but at some point, a deep restlessness, a deep, I would say, lack of fulfillment will settle in, because it's like a part. Imagine someone saying to you, don't use your right arm. Don't use your right arm. There's no way that that can last. At some point, that right arm is going to be compelling you, making you feel that I need to express myself. And the same is with our psyches, with our souls, with our individuality. So, number one is to ask the question. Very often you ask someone, who are you? I've asked this question many times, and they give me their business card. I said, that's not who you are, that's what you do. Sometimes I'm met with silence, and sometimes the person will say, hey, sadly, I've been doing what I do so long that what I do has become who I am. Do you hear that? Who you are should define what you do. The captain should be directing the ship, not the ship, the captain. So what we do suddenly becomes who we are, not suddenly, over time. And so many other forces and voices and pressures and demands that are control of us, which essentially also turns you into, I don't want to call it a victim of circumstances, let's call it a product of circumstances. Reactive instead of proactive. Who needs what from me today? Instead of waking up in the morning and saying, what am I here to contribute? What is unique? What does my voice have to say? And some people are terrified to even go there, because after years and years of conforming and satisfying others, and yes, maybe with your unique flavor, we all like to add something. There's always also feigned rebellion, where we so-called imagine that we're also breaking a rule or two, but you haven't really found yourself. So the question is, number one. Number two is to discover yourself. So how do you discover yourself? Well, the first is to get out of your comfort zone. You have to get out of your comfort zone. I often ask people, when you go to a party, you go to an event, what do you gravitate to? The people you know or the people you don't know? Most answer, I go to the people I know. It's more comfortable. Begin meeting people you don't know. People you know you can always go to other times. Not because you have to avoid them, but because you're trying to get fresh air into your life. You want something different, you have to do something different. What do they say in recovery? Nothing changes, nothing changes. If nothing changes, nothing changes.